We are now in front of the United Nations building in Switzerland, Geneva, and we met the mother of the doctor, Khan. Could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Mrs. Fatima Khan. I'm mother of Dr. Abbas Khan, who got murdered in Syria in President Assad's custody under his nose with his permission.
Do you have any information about how?
Yeah, I mean, he was every ministry, foreign ministry, Ministry of Justice, and President Office and Ministry of Reconciliation. They all promised and they gave me a surety that he will be released. So that's why I did not try other channels, other avenues like, bribing more. I did bribe people there, but not like $100,000, $200,000, which I should have. They say that if you would have bribed, they would have released him. But everybody gave me a surety with a small bribe, they will release him. But I don't know. 2 days before release, they pick him up on a Friday afternoon, which is a holiday there, and took him to Maidan. And I don't know what they decide there. And Monday morning, they gave him poison because the foam was coming his mouth. And the story what they told me, they left him to die for I think 4 or 5 hours, and after that they strangled him because maybe he wasn't dying because he was a healthy, nice young man. So they strangled him, and they called me from Ministry of Justice that come, there is a good news for you, come and take your son today, he will be released. I rushed there with the chocolates. I was distributing chocolates, and those animals, they were eating chocolates and smiling at me and looking at me that what a stupid woman, she's giving us chocolates, we killed her son. They took me there and they say, today morning your son committed suicide. I said, no, you killed him and now you're going to kill me as well. They upside down my bag as if I'm a suicide bomber. They took my checking, they were holding guns to me and asking me to come and see my son's dead body. I had no courage. I was completely broke, weak. I say, if you killed him, I don't want to see. I couldn't see, I couldn't cry. I just went to my hotel, sat on the bed, and I phoned everybody to whomever I bribed. They didn't come and say sorry to me. I just waited for taxi 18 hours. And after that, when the taxi came, I went to Beirut. Then the British government came to say sorry. And everybody came. Everybody became very sympathized and helpful when my son died. When he was alive, the whole world did not help to a humanitarian aid worker. What world we are living in that a humanitarian aid worker cannot get help. India refused to help, Iran refused to help, Russia refused to help, Great Britain refused to help, French, they didn't help, German, nobody helped. We phoned all over the world. Is that the world we are living? That whole world could not save one humanitarian aid worker, one charity worker. What sort of a world it is? Why this drama of Geneva Convention? Why this drama? Stop this drama. This is a rubbish drama. You can't save a humanitarian aid worker. How can you save thousands of people? There are comedians sitting inside. All comedians, all drama people who goes in the evening and enjoy their drinks.
Let's say Bashar al-Assad is listening to you now. What do you tell him and his regime?
You could not give justice to a mother whose son was a humanitarian aid worker. He didn't come to your country to fight. He came to your country to save women and children. What sort of a regime you are? How you have no justice. Your Minister of Justice, Najamul Ahmed, is a rubbish comedian joker who eats and sits in his office, doesn't do anything. What a confused ministry you have. What country you are running. You are confused, President Assad. Give up the power. You just want to be in power by killing people. You lost your power. Only killing power you have, and that Allah doesn't like, killing power.
Are you going to follow those people if you find them once who killed your child?
Yes. If I get the chance, yes, I will treat them the way they treat my son. They kept him in dark. They let him starve. They didn't give him facility of toilet, water, or any bed facility. 8 people were living in a grave. They didn't give them clothes. Naked they are living.
What do you tell the Syrian activists, the Syrian people who are revolting against this
Please,
regime?
Damascus people, wake up. Pick up the bullet against your regime. You will be next otherwise. Damascus, you know me. Pick up the bullet against your regime. Get rid of your regime. Don't look at few pro-regime people who are enjoying the money. No. Power is not money and bullet. Power is love and giving justice to your people. I couldn't get justice, humanitarian aid workers, mother. So you will never get justice.
What happened today when you were demonstrating here? Tell us the reaction of the police here in Switzerland. Tell us about the Syrian activists who joined you yesterday. What happened?
Yesterday I was demonstrating here and the pro-regime, Assad's people, they went inside and complained. So police came and they fined me $250. I threw $250 on police and I said, I don't care. Demonstrating, I can't even demonstrate.
Yeah.
Is it a free country here? So what drama? United Nations is rubbish.
Thanks a lot for you, and we promise you as a Syrian activist that we take revenge of every Syrian
Inshallah,
person and even for
inshallah,
your child.
Please, they create me. Damascus not needed me. Assad regime not needed me. They create me. They create me. They cut my liver. They cut my heart. And I will take revenge. I will do everything. I will tie up the kafan to my head. I will do everything to get rid of this killer regime.
Jazakallah.